Hello everyone. Let us continue with the lesson, the gold frame. In my previous video, we started this lesson. The lesson is about photo framing, and the owner of that photo frame workshop or shop is Datta, and the name of his shop is the Modern Frameworks. The Modern Frameworks, which was wooden shop, which was mounted, which was erected, which was stood on wobbly, unstable legs, and it was fitted or it was adjusted between two shops, one drugstore and one another radio repair shop. It was situated between a drugstore, a medicine store, and a radio repair shop. Datta was the owner of that shop, and he was leaned forward, having a concave figure, and wearing silver rimmed glasses, and he had a complexion, color of his body. He had a complexion like seasoned timber, like wood, like timber in his shop. Okay, and his shop was fitted between these two shops, drugstore and radio repair, and his complexion was very suitable to his shop. As we have seen, he was a very silent and hardworking man, and he avoided idle gossips. And he was very busy in his works. So there were many things scattered in his shop, and it was a very there were many things scattered. There were many pictures actually. The pictures of gods, saints, hockey players, children, and the cheap prints of Mona Lisa. It is a very famous picture, but the cheap print means not costly print of Mona Lisa. National leaders, wedding couples, Urdu writing, calligraphy, the snow-covered Fujiyama mountain, and many others coexisted with a cheerful incongruity. There were many pictures scattered in the shop. Then, one day a customer came and standing outside the shop on the pavement, obstructing the stream of jostling pedestrians. A customer came one day, he stood before the shop, and he announced, "I want this picture frame." He brought a picture with him. And he said to the shop owner, Datta, "I want this picture framed." He wanted this picture to be framed. For that, he had come to Datta. Datta, with his habitual indifference, ignored him and continued to be engaged in driving screws into the sides of a frame. Datta did not pay much attention to that customer who said that he wanted the picture framed. He had brought a picture with him and he wanted to frame that picture. But Datta, as usual, he showed his indifference. He did not pay much attention towards him. He ignored him. Datta ignored him and continued his work. What was he doing? He was driving screws into the sides of a frame. He was doing his work. He was busy in driving screws into the sides of a frame. "I want a really good job done, no matter how much it costs." That customer again said, "I want a really good job done." Means, I want a good job, no matter how much it costs, no matter of the price, whatever may be the price, but I want the work to be done well. The customer volunteered the information, unwrapping a faded newspaper and exposing a sepia brown photograph of an old man. He brought a picture of an old man. Then unwrapping he had wrapped that picture into a newspaper. So he unwrapped that newspaper and exposed means showed a sepia brown photograph. Sepia brown, it is a shade of brown color, maybe reddish brown photograph of an old man. He brought a photograph of an old man. It was sharp and highly glazed in spite of its antiquity. In spite of its antiquity. Antiquity means ancient. It was very ancient. It was very old picture. So it was a sharp and highly glazed brightening. In spite of its antiquity. What sort of a frame would you like? What sort of a frame would you like? Datta asked one question. What type of a frame would you like? Actually, that customer had come to him to frame the picture. But now Datta asked him, what type of frame would you like? Datta asked. Still bent over his work. Still, he was doing his work. The best, of course, do you expect I would still where this great soul is concerned? Actually, the picture the customer had brought to frame that picture, the man in that picture was a very respected person. It was a great soul. That customer was showing too much the respect for that person, that old man in the picture. So he wanted the frame of that picture should be the best one. Datta gave a side glance and caught a glimpse of the photograph. He just saw through the corner of his eyes once only. Means he gave a side glance, only one glance. Once he saw that picture and caught a glimpse of the photograph. How was the photograph? Just he saw once. Just another elderly person of those days, and he understood with the picture of that old man. Just another elderly person of those days. He told himself. He was thinking, okay, this is a very common thing for him. Many people came to him having brought such types of pictures to be framed. So it was a very normal and common thing for Datta. A standard portrait of a grandfather, a philanthropist, or a social worker. He was assuming that, he was thinking that the picture of that old man, so this old man may be his grandfather, that customer's grandfather, or he may be a philanthropist, social worker, or social worker. Philanthropist means social reformer, social worker with the inevitable whiskers, mustache, and a top heavy cascading turban. He had a turban, large turban, and mustache. So what he saw in the picture, Datta saw in the picture that it was a picture of a grandfather or a philanthropist or a social worker having whiskers, mustache, and top heavy turban. It could be any one of these. At least half a dozen people came to him every month wearing similar portraits. To Datta, many people came with such types of portraits, such types of pictures, wanting to demonstrate their homage to the person in the picture in the shape of a glittering frame. And these people who came to Datta for framing the photograph, to pay their homage, their respect to the person in the picture in the shape of a glittering frame. These people wanted to make the frame glittering, frame to show their respect towards the man in the photograph. Now we suppose that this customer also came with that purpose. The customer was describing the greatness of the old man. That customer was showing too much respect said to that man, old man in the picture, and he was describing all the good qualities of that and the greatness of that old man. Extravagant qualities of nobility, greatness, compassion, his kindness and charity were being generously attributed to him in voice that came close to the chanting of a holy scripture. And that customer was describing the good qualities, nobility and greatness and his kindness in a very good manner, in a very good voice, like as if he was singing, he was chanting a holy scripture, holy book, like Gita, Ramayana or Mahabharata or Bible, Quran, etc. He was describing Datta about the greatness of that old man in the picture. And he said, the customer said to Datta, if this world had just a few more like him, like the greatness of this old man, if there were few other great men like this great man, then this world would certainly have been a different place. This world would be the great place if there were such great men like this one, like this man in the photograph. He was describing the greatness of the old man in the photograph. Of course, there are demons. Who ill people. Demons means ill people who may not agree with me. They are out to disgrace his name and destroy his memory. But he is God in my home. He is God in my home. In my home, this person is a God. No matter, some people may talk ill about this man, but for me, this is a God in my home. So, I want very good photo frame of this man in the picture. After hearing the greatness of that man, Datta was not interested in that description. So he interrupted that man, that customer, and asked the question, what sort of a frame do you want? What type of a frame do you want? Plain, wooden, lacquer, gold, plastic, or just enamel painted? Datta gave him the option which type of frame he wanted, that customer, and he gave him many options: plain frame, wooden frame, lacquer, polished frame, gold frame, plastic frame, or enamel painted frame. Enamel means metal painted frame. He waved a casual hand towards the pictures on the wall. There were some pictures hung on the wall, and he showed his hand to see the pictures on the wall. These were wooden frame, lacquer, gold, plastic, or enamel painted frames. So you can choose one out of these frames. He showed the hand. After some time, the customer silently surveyed the various frames. The customer silently surveyed the various frames which were on the wall. After some time, Datta heard him mumble, I want the best. He mumbled. He said to Datta in low voice because he was confused which frame he should choose. So he just mumbled, he just said to Datta in low voice that I want the best. He could not select the frame. I don't have any second-rate stuff in my shop, Datta said. Yes, I have the best quality in my shop. I don't have any second-rate material, second-class material in my shop. So, in my shop, there is the quality material. So, tell me, which type of frame do you want? He was shown a number of samples. We will see in the next video what will happen next.